All right, well, hello everyone. Thank you again so very much for sitting down and joining me today. It's so very nice to meet you. If I have not already met you in some way, shape, or form, my name is Ryan, and today we've got a haul video because that is what the kids love. We've got a haul video. This is going to be from the Camp Arrow sale. Now, I went to camp at Grindhouse Video down in Tampa, Florida, and I did two different orders. The first one I did, believe it was 4 titles, and then on like the last couple of days of the sale, I went ahead and grabbed 2 more. So there are going to be 6 titles altogether. And did I do some blind buys? Well, if you know the way that I do hauls, then yes, and sales, then yes, I definitely did some blind buys. But I do actually have one that I have seen before, so that's pretty good for me. The rest of them, though, there's a couple in here that are some of those I can't believe you've never seen that type of movies that I can use to rectify. If you did not participate in the Camp Arrow sale, I just want to take a moment to show you the little booklet that came with every order. So you've got the camp rules, and over there, it's all going to be references to classic horror movies. But what I like, let's go and look at the activities and other references. So you have all the activities that you can do. I don't remember them off the top of my head. Become a martial arts master, unleash your inner artist, dive into the depths, practice programming, all that type of stuff over there. And then we have what I really like is this little map over here. So now I have 2 of these. So one I'm gonna keep in one of these booklets. And another one I might find something to do with that map because I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. And then also there is a coupon code that you could use on a future order. Now let's kind of go ahead and where should we start? Let's go ahead and let's start with the one that I have seen before. So this was I believe this is the only other one that Arrow has put out. So the other ones I will have to get on my own. Plus if I can find them on DVD for pretty cheap because I've only seen, I think the third one is where I stopped, is where I stopped off, and I love the third one. But this is the second one, and this is going to be Hellraiser 2, Hellbound. I do enjoy this one, not as much as the first one, and I honestly don't remember this one as much as the first one. The only thing I remember most about about this one is the crazy scene at the end. When we gotta get into, when we get to go into the, they have a name for that dimension, the pleasure dimension. It's the line that I remember though. What's first on the agenda? Ah yes, evisceration. That's the part that I always remember. It's such a weird line, but I really like it. So this is the alternate, well this actually would be the original artwork. The alternate artwork, I don't like the alternate artwork. This is what you would see, especially on the thumbnail, whenever you go to purchase this one, because this is going to be, I cannot remember his name, but that's going to be the doctor from the mental hospital, that Kirsty is sent to. I believe that's who that is supposed to be, because, and I flipped it. Okay, I'll fix it later. So, Hellraiser 2, what we have on here is a brand new 2K restoration, an audio commentary with the writer and director, an audio commentary with the writer and director, as well as Ashley Lawrence, who plays Kirsty Cotton. Leviathan, the story of Hellbound, the story of Hellraiser 2. Now that one, I think I'm seeing that because Shudder had both parts of this, because the part 1 and part 2 both talking about each of the movies, and I know I've seen part 1 at on a night shift at one of my older jobs, and I'm pretty sure that I had seen both of them, but I'm only remembering watching the first one, so I'm sure I will still go ahead and rewatch it. An interview with Sean Chapman talking about reprising the role of Frank Cotton, who was prominent in the central focus of the first Hellraiser movie. The legendary excised sequence called the Surgeon Scene, which I'm not familiar with what that is. Vintage featurettes, on-set interviews with Clive Barker, trailers, TV spots, image gallery, that whole 9 yards. So Hellraiser 2, so I'm very excited to check that out, especially for the Clive Barker interview, because I really do enjoy Clive Barker's novels as well. His short stories are exponentially better. That's definitely where he shines. Like his Book of Blood series I love those. I love those stories. That's where we get Rawhead Rex. That's where we get Candyman, Midnight Meat Train. A lot of really, really good stories in there. His novels, I mean, the way that he writes, before I go on too long, the way that he writes, he makes Stephen King seem to the point. So if you know Stephen King and how much he likes description, Clive Barker can really make Stephen King look pretty brief. So this next one, this is, again, me trying to get more into this series. I think the UK editions of Arrow have more of these, which I don't have a region-free player. Maybe at one point I will, I should. But I've only seen the first one in this series, and that would be House 2, the second story. I've only seen the first House, and I love that movie, and I ended up liking it even more than I had originally when I rewatched it for the Arrow edition. So I don't know anything about this one. I mean, I know that we've got, I believe, a brand new house, brand new cast of characters, brand new villains, brand new monsters. So really excited for this one. Really excited. I just like how the tagline is "It's getting weirder," and House by itself was already incredibly weird, and that's really why I like it. So hopefully this definitely sticks to the multi-genre nature of the original. So definitely we'll check that out. Obviously we talk about everything here at Triple Feature Creature. We will talk about everything. Brand new 2K restoration, audio commentary with the writer and director Ethan Wiley and the producer Sean S. Cunningham. Making of House 2, brand new documentary, which is good. They had a really good documentary on the first Arrow edition release that was all about the making of. And I really did enjoy that a lot, and this seems to be pretty much along the same line. And that's really about all we have, because the first doc was actually a pretty good length. The reversible artwork on here is this, which I really prefer this one, because this is the one for House 2. It's just reminiscent of the first one. This one the hand is using a key as opposed to just hitting the doorbell. So I went ahead and already swapped House to the original poster art, so I'm gonna keep this one as it is over here. It doesn't have that tagline, but I know one of the taglines for the original House was "Ding Dong, You're Dead," and I really liked that. So I always think of that whenever I see the original poster art. So went ahead and kept it as that. If I can get this back in, we are good to go. So let's go on now. Let's keep going. Classics that I haven't seen. That it's just strange. It's just strange when you think about the movies that you have never seen. But this was going to be. Who did this? Sorry, I'm trying to say Stuart Gordon. Stuart Gordon's Reanimator. I have never seen Reanimator. I've never seen Reanimator. I've never seen Bride of Reanimator. So this was why I really like these sales. This is chances for me to rectify this, and I really do enjoy this alternate artwork. On the original poster art is on there as well. Which that's not the original. I mean, I'm sure this is the original poster art, but that's not the poster art that I'm always used to seeing for Reanimator. So very excited to finally check out Reanimator. I don't know. I know more about its legacy, but I'm going to be going in fairly blind, which is good. Which is a good thing. I've definitely tried to keep movies that I haven't seen. I tried not to know too much about them, and sometimes I get lucky. With movies that are going to be as prominent within the horror community as Reanimator. Sometimes not so lucky, and it ends up being spoiled for me, but you can still usually enjoy the film. On here, brand new 4K restoration. We do have an audio commentary with the director Stuart Gordon and actors Graham Skipper and Jesse Merlin of Reanimator the Musical. I don't know what that is, but I really like Evil Dead the Musical, so I'll go ahead and probably check that out as well. Audio commentary with just Stuart Gordon. Audio commentary with Brian Usna, the producer, Jeffrey Combs, who is playing Dan Kane. Or am I wrong with that? Hold on, I think I'm wrong. No, he's going to be Herbert West, right? Because I don't know much about Reanimator, so Jeffrey Combs is going to be playing Herbert West, correct? Okay, maybe I'm going to leave it all in. I'm going to leave my mistakes in, that's fine. Interviews, a music discussion with the composer, Richard Band. Reanimator star Barbara Crampton sits down in a 2015 interview to discuss her career. Let's see over here. Director Scoot Gordon discusses his early theater roots and his continued commitment to stage. And there's a whole thing about lyricist Mark Nutter adapting Reanimator for musical theater. So that's cool because I really do want to check out the, hopefully I can easily find the soundtrack for Reanimator the musical and I get a featurette all about that. So very excited to check that out. Fans of Reanimator, as I know there's a lot, how much do you like it? How much do you like it? How much do you think that I'm going to like it? Because hopefully I'll like it a lot. This one is going to be a Romero flick that I never hear talked about very much. Maybe it is, and maybe my ears are not nearly as big as they appear to be, and I just don't pick it up. But I don't hear too much about Season of the Witch. So I don't know too much about this one at all. Originally filmed as Jack's wife and subsequently cut down and retitled Hungry Wives for its theatrical release in an attempt to market it as a sexploitation film, Season of the Witch is arguably one of Romero's most overlooked films, which is how it always seems to me because I never really hear that much about it. Is the alternate artwork that was on there? I like it. I do like it, but it's just something about the black and white with the red, or what is it, Every Night is Halloween. Yeah, really like that. That's gonna be a very good one. On here though, we do have a brand new 4K restoration. Hold it. What is wrong with, okay, wait. I just kind of keep vamping as I'm putting it back in. There is so you have the original theatrical version, which is a 4K restoration, and then a 1080p high def version of the extended version, which appears to be an additional 14 minutes. Commentary with Travis Crawford. The main reason that I got this, besides the fact that this was a Romero film that I really had no knowledge of, was I've seen this featurette mentioned in another Arrow release. It was a clip of it. And it is When Romero Met Del Toro. It is a whole conversation with George A. Romero and Guillermo del Toro. I think that's amazing. Hopefully that is amazing as it sounds, because I really want to see that. Archive interviews, alternate opening titles, and there's a location gallery with audio commentary by historian Lawrence De Vincent. So, Season of the Witch. Romero fans, is this really as overlooked as it seems to be for me, or is this more known within the ones who know? If you know, do you know? And if you do know, do you like it? So we're gonna go into this one as well. This next one, I never hear anybody talk about this one. Never hear anybody talk about this one, and this was one that when I first read this book in high school, it wasn't a required reading. It was just something that, I don't know how I ended up getting across it, but that really doesn't matter, unless you want to know, but I don't know, so I can't tell you, sorry. And I ended up just coming across that there was a film adaptation of it, and I remember thinking, how in the world could this have been a film adaptation? And never ended up seeing it until now, or not now, but at some point now I can see it. And this is a really strange video. Sorry guys, cut. Okay, sorry, I got done prior to this cutting grass out there in the summer, in the southern sun, which is perpetually summer except for about 2 weeks in February. And I feel like it may have gotten to me a little bit, but that's fine. So without further ado, is Slaughterhouse-5. I never hear anybody talking about Slaughterhouse-5. Slaughterhouse-5 is the strange, very surreal anti-war novel about Billy Pilgrim, and it's a strange time-traveling story written by Kurt Vonnegut. It's one of his most famous ones, next to like Breakfast of Champions, Cat's Cradle, and there's a couple of there's a short story collection, but I haven't read that, but I have heard it's very good. And what I always liked about Slaughterhouse-5 is there's a couple of things. One, it is very anti-war, but it's done in a different sort of way, because this is almost a memoir in a way of Kurt Vonnegut's own experiences, because Kurt Vonnegut himself is a character very briefly he is a character in the novel, where it's sort of like he's writing in third person, and then there's a moment where he's kind of says, and there I am, right over there, that's me. But Billy Pilgrim is pretty much, he's an unwilling time traveler. And I always like them. There's a lot of really weird, I cannot remember the name of the aliens, and I don't think it's going to tell me on here as well. It doesn't give me the name. and I can't, if anybody can remember, please let me know. I cannot remember the name of the alien species that were in Slaughterhouse 5. But anyways, so this is going to be, what year was this? Because I haven't said the year for any of these, and it doesn't really fully matter, I suppose. I'm gonna assume it doesn't tell me over here either. 1972. I lied. 1972. Not that far after the book. The book was 1968, if I'm remembering right. This is going to be George Roy Hill, written by Stephen Geller. And there's a bunch of features on here: 4K restoration, audio commentary, a bunch of video featurettes, brand new interviews as well. I don't think we have even anything with like archival with Kurt Vonnegut, or anything even with Kurt Vonnegut's son as well. It doesn't appear that we do, which is a shame. But I mean, sometimes, you can't always get it. But what I do like is that one of the audio commentaries is with Troy Howarth, who I have read some of his pieces and seen him talk at length, and he does have a lot of interesting things to say. So hopefully he has one with this. This is the alternate artwork, which I enjoy this one because it has more of that time warpy feeling of Billy Pilgrim, the man who was unstuck in time. The original, I'm not too crazy about. I'm not really crazy about it. It's pretty bland. So definitely gonna stick with this one. So have you guys seen Slaughterhouse 5? Have you read Slaughterhouse 5? What do you think about it? Because I really do very much enjoy it. Did this one come with a little booklet? I think it did. Give me a second here. It did. It did. This one we do have a booklet. And who doesn't love a booklet? I very much enjoy a booklet. So that's always a nice thing. Always a nice thing. So Slaughterhouse 5. The last one is another one of those very much like Reanimator. Never seen it. Hard to believe I haven't seen it, but I haven't. And that is going to be Chud. I've never ever seen Chud. What year? What year? As you can tell, I'm not prepared at all. I know it's the 80s, but it's not telling me exactly where this is. I apologize. It's not really telling me. But Douglas Cheek's Chud, the cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Yes, I was 100% right. I've seen pictures and a couple of clips, especially when it comes to the monster effects and the creature designs for Chud, but I've seen references to it, but I've just never actually seen the film itself. So this is going to be a blast to be able to do this. Audio, same fanfare. There's no point in me going over the special features again because they're all pretty much the same, just specific to the movie. If you have Arrow titles, you know what you're in for. You're in for brand new restorations, you're in for audio commentaries, archival featurettes, interviews, new interviews, and more. So it's about the same. But this is going to be the original poster artwork, and I really like that because I like the coming out of the sewer with all of the fog on it. We have a couple of things in here. This is going to be the newly commissioned artwork, which I do very much enjoy as well, but it doesn't have the late 80s fog. Late 80s fog is the best kind of fog. And on here we have the integral cut and the theatrical cut. So very, very interesting. What is the, give me one moment here. It doesn't give me the time differences. However, the integral cut was a 2K restoration. The theatrical cut, which is exclusive to this limited edition version, it can't be that limited. I know this one's been out for a while, is 1080p. And then it does come with a booklet as well, because everybody knows there's nothing better than a booklet. And so a lot of great stills, because it's things like this. Things like this are what I've always seen for Chud. So that's my really only base of knowledge with it. But yeah, guys, that is everything that I picked up when I went to camp. Did you guys go to camp? If you did, where did you go to camp at? Did you how much did you pick up? What did you pick up? I'd love to hear. Love to hear anything that you guys have picked up. If you have any comments or any opinions about things that I grabbed, let me know, please. Let's continue talking. But that's gonna be, now that I've got it closed, that's everything that I've got for you on today's video. Thank you so very much for sitting down and watching this with me today and going through these titles that I picked up. If you like this video, please give it a like, hit the subscribe button for more additional content. We've got the haul videos, reviews, long form reviews. We've got the Al Adamson adventures, all sorts of things that's coming down the pipeline. Much more to come. All my social media and contact information can be found in the description box down below. But other than that, everyone, that is all that I've got for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video and also hope that you enjoy the rest of your day.